Hi there, Stan The Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states, arguably the top agent on the planet. People always say to me, hey Stan, do you wear anything that doesn't have your logo on it? The answer is no, except underwear, but that's a whole nother story. But we're talking about variable annuities, how I really feel about variable annuities. It really comes down to one thing. Will do, right there, will do. What does that mean, Stan The Annuity Man? It means you own an annuity for what it will do, not what it might do. That's the reason that I only sell fixed annuities. I do not sell variable annuities, but that doesn't make them a bad product. I am going to tell you the details about variable annuities so you can make an informed decision about them, but not until this funky rock and roll punk rock music happens now. Is a variable or fixed annuity better? You're going to find out how I really feel about variable annuities. Stan The Annuity Man, America's annuity agent. I have to weigh in on variable annuities even though I don't sell them. So in this video, I'm going to give you the keys about variable annuities, what you should look for, so you can make an informed decision on your terms and on your time frame. So when did variable annuities start? When did they land on the planet? When did those alien products hit the United States of America? It was in the 50s. I believe it was 1955, but don't hold me to that, you variable annuity police out there. By TIAA, long time ago. And why were they put on the planet? For tax-deferred growth in a non-IRA account. That's still the benefit proposition of a variable annuity, but back in 1955, that's when they first were introduced, and they've been around ever since. That's your history lesson, the annuity history lesson for today. So with variable annuities, you really can break it down to one statement. It's really using variable annuity in a non-IRA account is to have tax-deferred growth using mutual funds. Now, for some reason, the annuity company calls mutual funds separate accounts. Don't ask me why, because I don't know. Let's me and you call them mutual funds, because in essence, that's what they are. So in a non-IRA setting, variable annuities are fantastic for tax-deferred market growth. Okay, so if you put the word fees right above my head, that would mean they're high fees because I'm 6'6", but I digress. High fees with variable annuities is one of the biggest complaints that I hear, but that does not make them bad. Yes, variable annuities have the highest built-in contractual fees of all annuity types. And there's a reason for that. There's benefits attached to that. You can attach riders, etc., etc. There's fees on the mutual funds, i.e. separate accounts, but also understand that there's such an animal out there called a no-load variable annuity. And some of those have no fees. Some of them have teeny tiny fees on the separate accounts, but the bottom line is there's no surrender charges, etc. So don't let the one sentence mantra you hear from people, well, I wouldn't buy a variable annuity because of the high fees. That's crazy. You always have to look at the contractual guarantees. What's the benefit proposition? Shop all carriers, both fixed and variable, for the best contractual guarantee for your situation. But yes, a variable annuity does have high fees. So if you said, Stan The Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, licensed in all 50 states, everybody loves me. Why? Because I tell the truth about annuities. So what is the type of variable annuity that Stan The Annuity Man likes? They're no-load variable annuities. Why is that important? Because agents don't sell them. There's 100% liquidity day one. You still have the mutual fund growth inside, remember they're called separate accounts, but mutual fund growth inside the variable annuity, and in a non-IRA setting, that's tax-deferred growth, which is a good thing. Now, there's a good many no-load variable annuities out there. I think that you need to look for the ones that have a lot of mutual fund separate account type choices. That's really where you need to head, because one of the bad things about the no-loads that I see out there is a lot of them have limitations on the choices. So go out there and shop for the no-load variable annuity if you want tax-deferred market growth that has a lot of choices. That's Stan The Annuity Man's take. Hey, a side note here, if you really like this brutal honesty, me just shooting the truth at you, hit the subscribe button, put in the comments, hit the likes. Come on, I need you out here. So we will respond to the comments. Disclaimer alert. Beep, 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 beep. It's like a duck call, but for disclaimers. The disclaimer is I don't sell variable annuities. I only sell fixed annuities. So remember that. Yes, I'm doing a video on variable annuities. I'm letting you know the truth, the brutal truth about them. But Stan The Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, only sells fixed annuities. So, why am I talking about variable annuities, Stan the Annuity Man? You don't sell variable annuities. No, I do not. And I don't give advice on the internal mutual funds and separate accounts. But the reason I'm talking to you about them today is that I do understand them. Back in my previous life, when I worked for Dean Witter, Morgan Stanley, UBS, Payne Weber, and all those really highfalutin places on Wall Street, I did sell variable annuities. So I do understand, how they work, the good, the bad, the benefits, and the limitations. Now, when I decided to become the mythic superhero Stan the Annuity Man a long time ago, which is good for the country because I'm America's annuity agent, I decided at that time I was only going to sell contractual guarantees. The will do, not the might do. And variable annuities are might do products. Not saying they're bad, but that's what I do. I only sell contractual guarantees. So I can't, when you say, hey Stan, look at my variable annuity, I can't do that. I don't have those licenses to do that. I don't want those licenses to do that because I am fully covering the fixed annuity planet. But you can always give me a call and say, hey Stan, can I get a higher contractual guarantee? I'll run that comparison for you, and maybe that's the conversation me and you should have. Hey, for all you angry variable annuity sellers out there that you're mad that Stan the Annuity Man that only sells fixed annuities is making a video for the world to see about variable annuities, I got 4 words for you. This is my opinion. That's it. All right, so we covered variable annuities. I encourage you to go to my site at theannuityman.com, and you can do 3 very important things there. Get my books, sign up for those. We'll ship them to you for free, no obligation. Use our proprietary annuity calculators. You can just punch in the numbers and see the real-time quotes for your specific situation. And finally, you can schedule a call with me, Stan the Annuity Man, America's annuity agent, and I will listen to what you have to say, answer all of your questions, and if suitable and appropriate, put together a customized plan for you. I'll see you on the next Stan the Annuity Man video.